What are you nerding out about now?
I like all three of these.
Me
I like
too.
all three of these.
I'm
do-
hoping that yours is actually what happened.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. We can't talk about those things. So I'll jump on mine. Mine's quick. I did a double feature on Monday, meaning I used 2 passes to go see a film. But I saw the AMC screen unseen, and man, they're kicking my butt this month. Every Monday they're putting one out. And this past Monday was rated R, and that's all, of course, we knew. And Aaron and I, we're addicted to things now until they ruin it somehow. Hopefully they won't. I think AMC's doing a great job with it, but unless something happens, this is our jam. Every Monday that they put one up, we'll go see it unless it's a horror film because we just don't care. We walked in and Aaron likes to guess what the movie is. So we kind of looked and made our bets and this and that. I didn't really have a good guess. I said I hoped it was Civil War, which by A24 films. I wanted to see that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I was like, and it's just on the cusp of it could have been Civil War. So that was my bet. Hers was there's a golf movie coming out based on true story, which is more likely because a lot of these things are based on true stories and those kind of things. And so the credits, as we always do, they started to come up. And it was Bleecker Street, I think, is who produced this film. And it came up. She's like, "Oh, it's the golf movie." I'm like, "Oh, you're so proud of yourself, aren't you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm so happy." And we're whispering. She's like, "Yeah, but she's so proud of herself." And then it went. In 2016, we discovered this from the Winston Churchill files. Went, "Oh, it's the Dirty film," because I couldn't think of what the movie was. It is the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which my mind translated to Dirty Dozen. That's not the Dirty Dozen movie. So all I could get out was it's the Dirty film.
The Dirty film.
But let me tell you, it has some words. It is super violent. It's a Guy Ritchie film, so it is super violent. I loved every second of it. It is so good. The cast melded together so well that halfway through, I'm like, oh, I could watch. Oh, I mean, I just forgot I'm watching a film. I'm just absorbed in this thing, and they're doing so great, and the characters are so real to each other. And I was like, oh, I could watch like a franchise. I went, it's based on true story. There's no franchise. This is it. This is all we're getting. And it was good though. But I highly Charles likes dirty films. No,
Can
but
confirm.
It is very much. It's if you can get. I mean, I'm not kidding about the violence. It's not like it's. What was that Quentin Tarantino film about hunting Nazis?
Dumbo.
Never mind. I can't.
Or
any good jokes here, but I think I'll get in trouble.
Or Inglorious Bastards.
That's the one. That's the one.
Sorry,
So
Joe
that
was the
was-
title.
Yes, I know.
Joe, it's the title. Why are you touching your head? Joe, it's the title.
Inglorious.
Blip, blip. All right, Glorious Dumbo. Anyway, so that one is violent in the sense of lots of blood and kind of over the top. This is more violent in the it's not kung fu. There's no kung fu, but in that kind of style of fighting where it's gonna be violent, but it's not like blood everywhere. Yeah.
Well, it's
So,
Guy Ritchie.
anyway.
It's Guy Ritchie. I mean, that's his level of violence.
Lost Stock to
And Quentin Tarantino is way more gratuitous.
yeah.
That blood for this. Quentin Tarantino would do the blood splatter on the camera thing.
Right.
And yeah, that's not Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie is just very high action, high violence, but yeah.
Now, gentlemen, I don't know if I recommend taking your wife to this.
Oh, no.
Because Henry Cavill had such a great time. Like
they're
supposed to be. Yes, we're still talking Dumbo. So no, the Ungentlemanly Warfare thing. Henry Cavill, these guys are killers. Man, he's having such a fun time, this and that, the other. I'm like, man, he looked like he had a blast. My wife's never really cared for him. She's like, yeah, he's fine, Superman. Yeah, she liked him better in the he's the bad guy in the Tom Cruise film.
Oh yeah, Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Thank you.
Is that the one where he cocks his arms like they're guns?
Yep, that's the one. So, but we came out of this film and about an hour later. She goes, I kind of think Henry Cavill's cute now. I'm like, what? He's not quite like Idris Elba, but I think he's on my cute list. And I was like, I hate you so much. Let me go look at a whole bunch of women to talk about. Yeah. So I don't know if I recommend you taking your wife to this one.
I would love to see a buddy cop movie with Idris Elba and Henry Cavill.
Oh, that'd be too good. All right, so let me wrap mine up. So
Kurt's just trying to wrap his head around it.
I get. How about Road? They could do a Road 2 film. Road 2 something.
Can you imagine if they rebooted that series of films?
Oh, no. But you have different great comedy duos. Like
Different topic.
Yeah. So I was talking about, man, I would like to try to squeeze in Ghostbusters. So I'm not a huge fan, but I do enjoy watching those on the big screen. They're fun. I like Paul Rudd. I like the continuance of the series, not the new series. It's a continuance of the series. And if I missed it, it'd be okay. She's like, well, we still have another pass. You want to try tonight? And sure enough, about 30 minutes after our movie ended, the last showing of Ghostbusters that night was starting. So at 9:45, we went and saw Ghostbusters. It was fun. It was not worth staying up that late to watch it because she kind of fell asleep on my arm. I was getting really tired, but it is enjoyable. It's very Ghostbusters.
How did you like Afterlife? The first.
I loved Afterlife.
I did too. So some of our mutual friends didn't care for it. But I loved it. It hit me in the feels. It was the Ghostbusters I needed. I thought it was great. And
I haven't actually seen it yet.
Oh, Joe, if you like the original Ghostbusters, right?
Okay. Slight note. Afterlife felt like its own thing.
Yes.
It is a little bit darker, a little bit heavier, but then they really did a lot of great fan service without being over the top to do fan service. And I loved it. A little bit cheesy at the end, which is Ghostbusters, right? Very kind of a little cheesy, fun. I felt like this one was in a good way over the top connected to Ghostbusters 2. Like they went extra hard on Frozen Empire to say, no, this is fan service. This is a continuance of that for sure. So not quite as dark, but still a lot of fun.
Cool.
And just for random kid, the new Roadhouse is not Roadhouse, but I do recommend it. If you go, hey, you got to understand, they just had the name Dalton and they had the name of the Roadhouse and it's fighting. That's really all it is. But that slap fight, so good.
I couldn't agree more. I had so much fun watching that movie. But it was not Roadhouse. And if it was, they would have added a couple key things, and they didn't. Like,
no, I agree. Yeah.
I don't even care. This is a spoiler. I don't care because you know what? I'm old. I don't care. So they should have had the line, "Be nice," unless it's time to not be nice.
Right,
and they didn't do that, and that was a missed
I know
opportunity.
Why, though. No, I think I know why. The third thing, so they had, it's not even the same setting, right? But they had the name and the bar. The third thing they had was a moral. So if you really think about it, the first Roadhouse, it was in the age of bringing more peaceful thinking to stuff and kindness, and that was kind of the moral, that be nice. I've quoted all the time. That is my number one rule of leadership: be nice until it's time to not be nice. And you see how he's creating a change there. There's a moral in this one too, because he was talking about the monster and what he's afraid of, what comes next. So it's kind of a new. I think it kind of took the same idea of, let's talk about something that's challenging people right now, and they did what was challenging people today.
Sure,
that's it.
I will say, Conor McGregor, better bad guy.
Only bad guy. He can't be a guy. He was
so good.
Oh, he was a leprechaun on steroids. It was weird.
I only had I expected a couple of the key Roadhouse tropes, like the one-shot kill from the first movie.
Yep.
I expected not that same thing, but a similar thing. And it didn't happen, and that's okay. It just showed me that they weren't really trying to remake it. They were just trying to do their own thing.
It was like Miami Vice, the A-Team. They kind of did their own little thing with it.
It didn't need to be called Roadhouse.
I love how they even played on that. It's the Roadhouse, but it's not the Roadhouse. Yeah. Favorite line in the whole thing, and it's out of context. If you want to, you gotta go watch it in the context. Who taught you shapes? I don't know what that cracked me up so hard.
The one thing they should have done had a training montage with the other bouncers in the bar.
Yeah.
They should have done that.
Montage would have been good. Yeah.
They should have done that. But otherwise, I was completely happy. It was just a fun movie.
Yeah.
And it was fine. It was fine.
Good actors. They had some good actors in it.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's mine. Next.
Joe.
All right. So the new season of My Hero Academia is coming out next month. And so for the past couple of months, I've been rewatching the entire series. And yeah, it is fantastic. I just wish that it wasn't like it where you find to stream it is all over the place if you don't have Crunchyroll. Like a couple of seasons are on Netflix, some of the seasons are on Hulu. And I've run into that issue with some other things too. Like I've recently been rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Netflix. They don't have all of the seasons on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember how many seasons they've got, but they're missing like the last 2 seasons or something like that. And so I hate it when stuff gets split up like that. And so yeah, because I haven't actually ever watched all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I think that Netflix might just have the seasons I've already watched. But I started watching them not knowing that, and then my wife watched it and she got to the end, she's like, oh, they don't have all the seasons. I'm like, oh shoot.
I'll bet you anything it's a Peacock thing.
Probably.
And
it's always Peacock.
Oh yeah, no, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is all over Peacock. Yeah,
I did catch the whole series again after it finished.
Peacock seems to be absorbing sitcoms, the Office, Parks and Rec, all that.
All the NBC ones.
Yeah.
But anyway, My Hero Academia. If you have not tried it, it is fantastic. Fantastic. So good. I don't think you've tried it at all yet, Charles. You would like it.
Oh,
I honestly keep forgetting.
See, My Hero Academia is, other than Demon Slayer is number 2. But no, not in what I enjoyed more. That's not what I'm saying. My Hero Academia was the first anime that I could watch, keep going with, and keep watching because it kept my interest.
Why did they have that and My Hero Academia 2 Heroes?
That's a movie.
That's a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I haven't finished the original seasons of My Hero Academia, so I need to go back and finish those before the new season hits. But yeah, it's a superhero anime.
Yeah.
And look, some of the things are weirdly
anime.
Not just that. Yes, but look, the most powerful superhero in the universe is named All Might.
It's true.
I mean, it's just like, come on, at least try.
It does get kind of cringy on the hero names. Like one of the, I think he's number 3 or number 4 hero is named Best Genist, and his power is that he can control denim.
So that is the other thing that's really cool about that series is they take the whole superhero thing and they flip it all around going, hey, we've never seen this in a comic book before. Let's do this. And like, who's going to do Best Genist? And even All Might, the most powerful, like the Superman kind of analog, even him with his powers is way different than Superman. It's really creative in the way that they handle all that. And some of them are like, if mutations were real and people had useless powers, yeah, it's in there.
Oh yeah, like the main character, his mom her power, it never shows it, but she mentions it in one episode that she can levitate small objects. And that's it. Like, that's the extent. She can't do anything big, just small objects she can levitate. It one of the characters in his class, because he goes to school, he's in a school for heroes. One of the characters in his class can shoot a laser out of his belly button. Like, there are some really weird powers, but it is awesome.
It's really good. It's fun. It's just fun. Yeah. So I saw the new season's coming, and so I figured now I got to go finish watching. So
yeah, good stuff. My wife popped in. Only 4 seasons are on Netflix. I'm pretty sure there's 7 seasons right now, and the 8th season is what's coming out. So, and then there's 3 movies, I want to say. I think I've only seen one of them, because the movies aren't they're extra, they're not canon, they're not part of the manga or anything like that. And so I'm like, so many anime that I've watched have an abundance of filler episodes that have no impact on the story, and there are times where I'm just like, I'm just gonna skip all that. Like, a few years back, I rewatched Naruto, and like 55% of the episodes are filler. And so I watched it and skipped all of the filler. Like, so there's technically 2 different shows for Naruto that have seasons each. So there's Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. There's like a 3-year time gap between them. The Naruto series, the last like 2 seasons are 100% filler and can be skipped. So yeah, I'll Google what are the filler episodes, and I skipped it on my rewatch. So
awesome. So what are you nerding out about, Kurt?
So X-Men 97 hit Disney Plus 5 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh my God, so good.
Oh, so so I'm just gonna say right now, I can't recommend this enough. If you were at all a fan, even a fair weather fan of the X-Men series from the 90s, the X-Men animated series of the 90s, not only is this an amazing follow-up, it's better. It's better.
Yeah.
Yep. The animation's better because technology is better. Cool, whatever.
Yep. But yet, touch is so right on the nose with that nostalgia.
It's doing exactly what I hoped it was going to do, which was, okay, fine, keep that same dynamic from the 90s, and then give us today's writing sensibilities, and because cartoon writing is so much better than it used to be. And they not only did that, they are killing it. And speaking of that, so I'm not going to give spoilers on this, because while I don't care about spoilers, a lot of people might, and we're right in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Episode 5 hit yesterday. Episode 5 might be the best X-Men animated series from old or new ever.
And there are some deep episodes in the first series.
And I remember literally running home from school to watch Spider-Man and X-Men after school.
This is better.
All right, Joe, let me tell you, this is not spoilery. We've actually mentioned it on the show, because you both said, or actually, I think it might have been the Patreon stuff, but you both said that's in the previews. But I didn't watch previews. I don't watch that stuff. So it got me, as in the first episode, there's this Sentinel attack, and Gambit jumps on the back of Wolverine and charges Wolverine's claws, and then I think it's Colossus throws Wolverine up there and just slices the head clean off and explodes. It is amazing. I'm watching it, I was like, dude, out loud. Then I watched the second episode, because I waited till the first 2 came out just because I forgot. And so I watched the second episode. I don't remember the moment, and I wouldn't want to spoil it anyway, but there's a moment in the second episode saying, just, oh my God, I just expressed out loud, holy crap or whatever. And yeah, they took where the first series started and went hard and deep. You like deep stories and hard topics and some more adult themes, like mentally, challenging your idea of the world themes. And they just cleanly and easily brought it into today's society. And it's, dude, I'm gonna say that, is she gonna get the mojo back? Is he dead? There's so many things we can't talk about.
Yeah.
And what is up with
there's a lot going on.
Machine? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. And one of the cool things
and politics and oh my goodness.
They're also revealing things through the animation that were things that happened in the original series that you didn't even realize they were doing. So, and this is a minor spoiler, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, if you're familiar with Jean Grey and Madeline Pryor,
yeah,
Madeline Pryor from the comics was created as basically a clone ish of Jean Grey. Okay, cool, whatever. In the old series and in the new series, they differentiated between the two of them by making Jean Grey have a ponytail all the time and making Madeline Pryor have her hair down all the time. And nobody talked about it and nobody knew it until until this season hit. And it was like, wait a minute. And you go back and you look at some of the old episodes. Yep. And they talked to one of the old writers, and they said, "Yeah, we did that on purpose back in the 90s." It's like,
and nobody caught it.
Well, that's and we didn't have the internet to the level we have it now, so people weren't doing deep dives.
Yeah, because if it was released now, people would pinpoint it. It'd be on Reddit. It'd be like, "Oh, did you guys notice that this happened?" Yeah.
And so Random Kid says the old cartoon did a crossover with Spider-Man, so clearly we need a follow-up season of Spider-Man 2. They also did a crossover with the Iron Man animated series as well. And yes, we do. And so what will probably happen, if I know Disney, and I'm pretty sure I got a good handle on them now, if X-Men does as well as it looks like it's doing, and I think Rotten Tomatoes had it like 98%, like for the series so far. But if it keeps being this successful, they're going to reboot all those things. Because why not?
I'm pretty sure that it's only the film rights for Spider-Man that they don't have. I think they have. Well, I don't know if they've got, because they've got some animated Spider-Man stuff that's new.
So the old animated stuff, the animated Spider-Man, the animated series, Spider-Man, the whatever they call it, the new adventures of whatever, that was all Fox. That was all owned by Fox.
And Disney got all that.
And so Disney has all that now, which is why they were able to do the X-Men animated series as easily, because they got it back. It's all part of the same thing.
Well, yeah, but Fox also owned the rights to X-Men for the film.
But they own the rights to the animation, the animated series as well. So that was the difference. That Iron Man is Iron Man, but the
because I wonder where that line is drawn, because obviously, like, Spider-Verse with Miles Morales is animated.
That's Sony, and Sony definitely almost came to that same brink, and we were gonna have everything, but then because
they were offered
Marvel
everything and turned it down.
Yeah, but because Marvel did Spider-Man so well in the thing, the work they came to that deal. It took forever to come to that deal, but Sony kept the rights to Spider-Man live action. I don't know about animated series. I have no idea, but live action, because basically Marvel did too good at what they do.
And Joe, there's likely a difference in Sony can do Spider-Man animated films, but maybe not a TV series.
Yeah, and it's in conjunction with Marvel, so we're not quite sure.
Right, and it is a partnership now at this point. Now, I mean, at least Marvel with the Spider-Verse stuff, I think, is kind of taking a back seat, going, Sony's doing a great job. We don't need to worry about this.
Yeah.
Unlike the live action Spider-Verse
The live action Spider-Man movies.
No, those are fine
good.
because Marvel's
Yeah,
involved.
yeah. I mean, I find Venom fun, but yeah, I enjoy these movies because I just remember seeing the crap that we grew up with, but they are subpar. If Marvel's the par, they are definitely subpar. With you're talking about Morbius and Venom and Carnage.
Yeah. And Madam Web tanked hard.
My daughter went to see that, and she said it was the worst.
I've heard that Madam Web is worse than Morbius. And honestly, I think I've seen Morbius twice because I wanted to give it a shot. I can't tell you anything that happens. Like,
see,
literally,
I can't bring myself to even give it a shot. I tried the Venom ones. The first one was all right. The second one, meh.
Yeah,
I enjoyed both the Venoms. Morbius, I watched just about any vampire thing.
Craven
is right there.
Does he actually say it's Morbin time?
No, he does not say it's Morbin time. That'd be hilarious. It's Morbin time.
Yeah, people on the internet made that up because it was so bad.
Yeah,
and then Sony said, "Oh, cool! We're getting a lot of heat for this. It's Morbin time thing. So let's re-release it in the theaters."
Yep,
and they did that.
It actually did okay, right?
No.
Okay. I thought people actually went and saw it some more.
Maybe one guy did, ironically.
Maybe one guy.
he was there by himself, and he doing a TikTok. It's Morbin time, baby.